my first job is to recognize the problem and try to solve this gradually. So whatever discussed today, like the business people, they are suffering from policy inconsistency, and this is the biggest challenge for our foreign investor to know the tax regime for longer term. I strongly recognize that this is a big problem for us, and we have to address this issue. Secondly, our taxes and duties, especially the import duties and supplemental duties, are much more higher than our competitive countries to attract FDI, and we need to address that as well. And I don't believe that the custom houses should be the machine, money-making machine for the government. Rather, it should work as a trade facilitator. We have to focus on income tax. Unfortunately, as a country, we remain uncivilized because till today we are collecting 2/3 of our revenue from indirect tax. It means poor people are paying taxes. So in that case, we need your support as well. I want to give another good news to you all that we will take online tax return throughout the year, 365 days in a year. So the online return submission will not be stopped on tax day this year, 31st January, even in February, March, April, May, June. Whenever the taxpayer wants to lodge their tax return, even after the tax day, they can still lodge the tax return online. The difference will be they have to pay 2% more on the residual amount that remain unpaid. If the taxpayer paid everything, the only thing that he couldn't submit the tax return online, there will be no extra charge for him. But the people who have some residual tax paid, remain unpaid on the tax day, on that amount only, they have to pay 2% per month. And again, we imposed a cap that in any case, this extra payment will not, will not cross 24 months. So 48% maximum. Even if you lost tax return after 10 years, you can lodge paying 48% of your unpaid amount. That's it. So this is a good news for you as well. This year we couldn't start this corporate tax return. I didn't get enough time. From next year, all the corporate taxpayers, they will be able to lodge their tax return online, because my consideration is that even corporate tax return submission online is easier than the individual tax return, because there are so many complexities on this. Why we have to increase and we have to impose differential corporate taxes in this country? Because most of the cases, there is a mistrust between the tax authorities and the taxpayers. Taxpayers are thinking that if I disclose everything, tax authority will charge me such an amount that I cannot bear. And the tax authority are thinking that all these are fabricated. These are not true. These are not the real picture. So we have to come out from this. And regarding the digitalization, we are talking about the digital currency. I think our people are very smart. You see, when in this country the mobile financial services came, at the very outset, the marginal people, like our government worker, our home assistant, our rickshaw pullers, our lower level income group, they embrace it like anything. So why the bigger companies, they are not conducting their transaction in online platform? When Bangladesh Bank already allowed, bank-to-bank transfer online in real-time system, and most of the banks, they have their core banking system, working decades ago. So why our business people, they are carrying, bags of cash taka? The only reason they don't want to disclose this for tax purpose, for VAT purpose. We have to get out of this practice as well. Even the accounts that has been prepared by our professional accountants, and the accounts that has been certified by our professional accountants are wrong. So who should take lead? Definitely, as government, NBR will try to reduce and rationalize the rates, all the TDS, withholding tax, corporate tax, and the duties and customs duties and supplemental duties, definitely. But you have to come forward as well. You have to promise that we will declare every single penny we receive and every single penny we pay. I want to take this opportunity on another front. You have probably heard that last week our Council of Advisors, on principle, they decided to separate the tax policy and tax administration. I think it is a very crucial decision for the government to make enforcement more stringently so that one chairman is in charge of only administering, and the policy like the formation of laws, rules, regulations, all this should be done by another, either chairman or whoever he is. Then, focus would be more on attracting revenue, more on rationalizing the rates, more on facilitating the trade and businesses, because the person who will make the policy, he will not think that, okay, if I increase certain percentage of VAT on electricity bill, then my collection target problem is going to be resolved. He's a different person and he is not responsible for collection. Or if I can increase the excise duty on bank transactions, then my life will be easy.